Good morning, Boker Tov, buenos dias, sabah al-khair. This is Shanna Folds here with the Israel Daily News Podcast. I'm here to give you the headlines so you can get caught up quickly. You're listening, so you're already on top of your game. Survive and thrive, people. Knowledge is the best weapon. Today is Tuesday, December 8th, 2020, which means that we are on episode 102 here at the Israel Daily News Podcast. We are calling on our listeners to offer a sponsorship or contribution, which you can send over using the link in the show notes or by visiting anchor.fm/Israel Daily News /support. Now, let's get to the news. Coronavirus cases are getting out of control once again in Israel. On Monday, the state recorded 1,837 diagnoses. This is the highest number of cases in almost 2 months, with 2.8% of tests returning positive. Yesterday evening, ministers voted to impose a nightly curfew for 3 weeks, beginning the evening before the first night of Hannukah. So that means tomorrow night or Wednesday night. Now, this curfew is still pending Knesset approval, and additional details haven't been fully fleshed out, but the curfew would be between 6 or 7 p.m. to 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning. Now, I just want to say that recently news broke that there are a lot of legal issues with imposing this curfew, and it very well may not happen. So a lot of people got worked up and nervous in Israel, but we just have to wait and see what is going to be the final decision here. Senior health officials, including the coronavirus czar himself, are questioning the effectiveness of a 3-week curfew. Representatives of the Attorney General have said that they would not be able to defend the government's decision against any possible legal challenges because senior health ministry officials were not on board with the plan. The justice officials are concerned that a curfew will force businesses to close during the evening, which could increase daytime crowding and could result in the rise of overall morbidity. So like I said, everyone is going nuts over this Hannukah lockdown or this Hannukah evening curfew, which was meant to curtail people from Hannukah celebrations. But it looks like this curfew is not going to have enough legs to stand on. 4 Palestinian West Bank governorates will enter a week-long lockdown on Thursday. The 4 areas are Nablus, Hebron, Tulkarem, and Bethlehem, where around 1.6 million Palestinians live. Travel between all 11 of the West Bank governorates will be forbidden, and all stores will be closed except for pharmacies and groceries. Over the past few weeks, the number of active cases in the West Bank has reached record highs, hitting 24,857 currently, according to the Palestine Health Ministry. But authorities have still decided against a complete and total lockdown, given the major stress that is currently happening on the Palestinian economy. Over in Gaza, the health ministry announced that its main laboratory for conducting coronavirus tests will stop processing them due to a lack of materials, and they are waiting for shipments of new kits. Monday, a senior World Health Organization official announced that they acquired 28,000 coronavirus testing kits, which will temporarily resolve the shortage for around 11 days on the Gaza Strip. I'm going to take a moment away from the news to ask you to send over a monthly contribution if you are enjoying this report and if you think it brings you value. There's a link in the show notes where you can send a $5 or $10 monthly contribution. The site is anchor.fm/Israel Daily News /support. Listeners to submit a donation of $5 per month for the year will receive a handwritten letter by me, mailed to you with a special note from me and a little poem inside. I actually was up writing one last night. I hope that listener will enjoy. Listeners who send over a $10 monthly donation or more will get access to a one-on-one Q&A with me via Zoom. So we can talk about politics, we can talk about whatever you're thinking about, And you can even ask me if there's anything else that we can do. I am finalizing a mini book about my journey and learnings. The idea is to celebrate 100 episodes and to help other creative minds get started on their own projects too. I'm in the final stages of this book. I'm working on design right now. If you yourself are a creator or you know someone who is and they are looking for some guidance, reach out to me. I would value their input and it could help me with the angle for this book. So send me a message. I think I could help people that you know with my guide and just giving people the push that they need to make the creative things that they have been thinking about but not actually producing. Back to the news. On Monday evening, several thousand ultra-Orthodox Jews broke out in protests in Jerusalem, which led to around 25 arrests. The community protested plans for a light rail route that would cross directly through their neighborhood. There is currently one light rail route that was built in 2011, and 4 more routes are in the works. Now, this is in Jerusalem. The demonstrators blocked a main junction in the city and eventually began to knock over construction site fences and set fire to dumpsters and city work vehicles. Police used water cannons and officers on horses to disperse the crowds. Some of those who were detained were found with knives, sticks, and pepper spray on their bodies. So this is actually very scary. I've been caught up in this before while reporting. I was actually going back from a job in Jerusalem when I was in the middle of a protest like this some time ago. And it is very scary because these horses are so big and the officers are on them. And actually, I was very lucky that a photographer saw me step into the street. He swung his arm out and pushed me back and he said, "Don't move." And just after that, an officer on a big horse ran right past me, so close to me. Had I been an inch further into the street, I totally would have gotten run over by this big beast. And it's quite a scene when you get involved in this. My advice is to stay away. For the first time in Israel's history, an Arab woman has announced her intention to run for the role of Israel's president. Alham Kazan is a businesswoman from the northern Israeli town of Be'ina. She is planning to run against Labor leader Amir Peretz, former Likud member of Knesset Yehuda Glick, and former Labor Party minister Shimon Shetrit. All these people have officially announced their intention to run for the presidency. I will keep you updated on that. An Emirati businessman bought about 50% of Israel's Beitar Jerusalem club soccer team. And now he says the door is open to adding Arab players to its lineup. Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Nahyan is the son of the United Arab Emirates president, Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and he purchased a 50% stake in Beitar Jerusalem. This club is often called La Familia and is notorious around Israel for being extreme, right-wing, racist, using slurs whenever they can, and sometimes even bringing violence to protests and demonstrations. Nahyan even went so far as to publicly say that he wanted to set an example for the two nations that Jews and Muslims can work together, saying that the age of the players seems to be between 16 and 22 years old, making them very impressionable. He says they're currently brainwashed and taking part of the dark side. The sheikh says they need to reach out to them and show them the light. I think that's a really, really positive message. All right, well, that's it for today's news. Today is Tuesday, December 8th, 2020. Tel Aviv has a low of 15 degrees Celsius and a high of 23 degrees. That's 59 degrees Fahrenheit for the low, going up to 73 degrees for the high. A little rainy today. Subscribe to the Israel Daily News podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you're hearing it from. I am everywhere. Thank you to Candace Cohen, Jack Meltzner, Orion Fitlovich, and Javier Plavnik for your contributions to research, writing, and ideation. I'll send you off today with Trippy Code by Erika Krall. She's a talented Israeli DJ who uses all types of interesting household items to make music. Have a great and productive day.